Hi, hello, welcome to another exciting math video. Today we're going to talk about circle arc length and area of a sector. Let's get started. During this lesson, you're going to learn how to find the length of an intercepted arc using distance measurements and find the area of sectors of a circle. So we have our circle. It's a round figure in which the distance from the center to any point on the figure is the same. Okay, so we know the area of a circle is pi times the radius squared. My circumference of a circle is pi times the diameter. And remember, the diameter is the radius times 2, or twice the radius. A sector. It's the area of a circle that is enclosed by 2 radii. So that's these guys right here, this orange part. I like to think of a sector as like a slice of pizza or a slice of pie. It's just a portion of the whole circle. And we want to be able to find the area of just that portion, or maybe the distance of that outer crust area. You could think about it. Arc length is the measure of a part of a circle, so that's that kind of crust part I was just talking about. It's a distance measurement. So we will measure it in distance, not in degrees like we did in the previous lesson. The radius is the distance from the center of a circle to any point on the circle. Circumference is the total distance around the circle. And area is the amount of space within a circle, so it's everything inside. Last time we talked about our central angle. It's the angle whose vertex is at the center of the circle and whose segments intercept the arc. So I have 2 segments and intercepts that arc, cuts it into that nice slice. Okay, so finding arc length. There are 2 ways to measure the arc length. We can measure it in degrees, or we could do it in measure into like a length, so a measurement. And this is the one we're going to use today. Okay. If they give you that central angle in degrees, we're going to use this equation. If they give it to you in radians, we'll do it in that equation. But this is all it is. And I just want to break down what this equation is. Okay, so I'm going to do my central angle, which would be that theta, divided by 360, times 2 pi r. 2 pi r, that's the equation for circumference. Okay, so all we're saying is I'm going to take my circumference and multiply it by a ratio or a proportion of that circumference to get just what that piece is. Okay, so that's how we come by it. Alright, so find the arc length inscribed by the 60-degree angle. So I'm looking for how long is this. So I'm going to take my central angle, 60 degrees, and divide it by 360. This is going to give me the ratio, and I'm going to multiply that by the circumference. 2 times pi times my radius, which is 9. Well, 60 divided by 360 is just 1/6 times 18 pi. Okay, and then I get 18 pi over 6, because this is just 18 over 1. Then I can simplify that. 6 goes into 18 3 times, so I can just say 3 pi. And it'd be units long. 3 pi units long. You can just leave it as pi. If it wants a decimal answer, just plug it into the calculator and you'll be fine. Alright, now you try. Find the arc length inscribed by the 100-degree angle. Alright. So I'm going to say 3 over 360. And, oh, not 3 over. What am I doing? That's my central angle. I want to use that. 100 over 360 times 2 times pi times my radius, which is 3, which gives me 100 over 360 times 6 pi. Okay, I get 10 over 36 times 6 pi, which gives me 60 pi over 36. Okay, we can divide both of those by 2, or by 6, so I get 10 pi over 6. Now we're just simplifying this by 2, 5 pi thirds units. Okay, alright, the area of a sector. So I'm trying to find how much pizza, essentially. This is which slice is the better deal if I have two different slices of pizza. The area of a circle that is enclosed by 2 radii. So it's the area of the pie slice, the area of the slice of a pie. Okay. Once again, I have two equations, one for degrees, one for radians. I think I gave you all the quizzes in degrees, so we'll be using that one. This is a very similar equation to the last one. I'm going to have a proportion, and then I'm going to have the area of a circle. So it's how much of the circle is, we're only going to take a slice of that circle. I want to just find that area of just that slice. Okay, find the area of the sector with a central angle. Okay, so once again, I'm going to say 100 divided by 360, because I want to find how much is just that one slice. And the radius is 7 centimeters, so I'd say pi times the radius squared. Okay, so I have 100 divided by 360 times 49 pi. We can say this is, let's see, I can say 1036, and then I can say, I'm just simplifying this fraction right here. Divide both of those by 2, I get 5/18 times 49 pi. And this just turns into a calculated problem at this point for sure. 49 times 5, get 45, 24. So I get 245 pi divided by 18 units. This I would just type into the calculator. Okay. In the quiz, be very, very careful, because it's going to ask you like for the shaded region or non-shaded region. So if this is shaded, this would be 100. If it asked for the area of the sector of the non-shaded, I would have to, that would be this part, right, that I'm coloring in blue. So when I do my central angle, I would have to say 360 minus 100. So this part right there would be 260 degrees, and that would be my ratio that I put here, 260 divided by 360. So just be very careful about which part of the circle they're asking for. Alright, now you try it. Find the area of a sector with a central angle of 42 degrees and a radius of 8 inches. Okay, so I get 42 divided by 360 times pi r squared, pi times my radius squared. Okay, so I'm going to simplify this down. I'm going to say 21 divided by 180 times 64 pi. Multiply those together, turns into a calculator problem. You can put in a calculator. I'm not going to solve it any further. The setup's the biggest part here. If you have any questions or need help with any of these, please come and talk to me. I'd be happy to help you out with any of it. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.